Good evening, Raghav. Good evening, students. I'm Sunil, Kirtana, Navya. Good evening, students. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Hope we can start the session.
Yes, sir.
Just the last class we are discussing about the algebra of complex numbers.
Complex.
We had and how to subtract, how to divide, multiply, and we discussed certain new terms in complex numbers. Today we are going to look into the powers of I. We know according to the definition, I square is equal to -1. Then I will be equal to I power 1 is equal to I. If I am multiplying I square with I will get I cube. That will be what? -1 into I. So minus I. So again, if I am multiplying I cube with I, so minus I into I, that is minus I square. So I power 4 will be equal to how much? -1 into -1 plus 1. So like this, I am trying to frame for any power of 5, how to find out the value. I am starting with 1. I power 1 will be equal to I power 2 will be equal to -1. I power 3 will be equal to, so I square into I, that is minus I. So I power 4 will be equal to I square into I square, that is -1 into -1, that will be +1. So again, if I am writing I power 5, let's see what I am getting. If I am writing I power 5, that will be equal to I power 4 into I. So I got I power 4 is 1. So the answer is 1 into I is I. I power 6, I power 4 into I square. So 1 into minus 1, that is minus 1. I power 7, I power 4 into I cube. We know I power 4 is plus 1, I cube is minus I. So this is minus I. I power 8 if I am taking I power 4 into I power 4, that will be equal to 1 into 1 plus 1. So it's kind of a sequence. What kind of sequence it is following, guys? Anyone can frame the sequence? Can give the equations for powers of I? There are 4 equations we can frame for the powers of I. Every 4 numbers, the sequence is repeating. It's a cyclic process. For 1, it is I. For power the 2, it is minus 1 according to definition. For power 3, it is minus I. For power 4, it is plus 1. Again, 4 into 2, it is 1. Again, for 12, I power 12, it is 1. For I power 16, it is 1. Same as I power 11, it is minus I. And I power 15, it is minus I. If I am writing I power 10, it is minus 1. And I power 14, it is minus 1. I power 9, it is plus I. And I power 13, it is plus I. So how to frame this equation? How to give a common equations? When I will get I, when I will get minus 1, when I will get minus I, when I will get plus 1. See, if you see these things, these are all multiple of 4s. So I power 4k is equal to plus 1, where k is an integer. Will you remember, any number in the form of 4, multiples of 4 can be written in 4 ways. 4k plus 0, 4k plus 1, 4k plus 2, 4k plus 3. Where you done this one? From the concept of real numbers. What is this theorem? Guys, anyone can remember? Anyone can remember what is this theorem? Harshida, Raghav? From grade 10. Students,
No,
can
sir.
remember? First chapter of the grade 10. What is that axiom? A theorem. Any number, suppose if I am writing any number in terms of 3, this can be written as 3p plus 0, 3p plus 1, 3p plus 2. That's it. I can't write 3p plus 4. 3p plus 4 is nothing but 3p plus 1 only. Like this, I power 4k plus 1, I power 4k plus 2, I power 4k plus 3. I power 4k plus 1. What are the numbers you will get for any integer? 1, 4k plus 1. If k is 0, 1. If k is equal to 2, 9. If k is equal to 3, I will get 13. If k is equal to 4, I will get 17. Like this. So what is the I power 1? I power 1 is, see here. For k is equal to 1, you will get 5 also. 1, 5, 9, 13. So for power k, 4k plus 1. So the answer is I. 4k plus 2. Answer is minus 1. 4k plus 3. Answer is minus I. Is it clear, guys? Where k is an integer. Understood how I am writing? I power 4k is equal to 1. I power 4k plus 1 is equal to I. I power 4k plus 2 is equal to minus 1. I power 4k plus 3 is equal to minus I. You can remember simply like this, guys. We know I power 4 is equal to plus 1. So I power 4k into whatever the I power value you are getting. So I power 1, I power 2, I power 3, and I power 0. This is only the possible answers. So this I power 4k is always 1 and rest of 4 possibilities only we are having. It is I means I, if it is I square means minus 1, if it is I cube means minus I power 0 means plus 1. That's it.
Sir,
Like able to explain powers of the I. Yes, please.
sir, is that remainder theorem?
Yeah, so remainder theorem I can't say, but there is a name for that. It's not remainder theorem. The name of this one is Euclid division lemma. Euclid division lemma.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Euclid division lemma. Understood what is the, because this is very important for entrance point of view. Powers of 5, many places they asked the many questions. They will do some, they will ask you calculate the I power 273 is how much. I power 472 is how much. Can you calculate these two values, guys? Anyone can calculate these two values? Raghav?
Sir, I power 273, I guess it should be 1. It should be I.
So I power 273, how I can write? I power multiples of 4, how to write? 273 is equal to multiples of 4. How to
Sir,
write?
we can also write it in multiples of 2, right? It will be easy.
Multiples of 2, you can't give standard equations. How you can give? Any number multiples of 2, I can get either 2k plus 0 or 2k plus 1. How you can give the 4 values? Because here 4 values are there now for I powers. These are the 4 values will repeat continuously. Without remembering, yes, I can understood. You can multiple of 4, you can multiple of 2s, you can write. But how I can say, how you can define the 4 values? I am getting I minus I plus 1 minus 1. For what values of 2k plus 0, 2k plus 1, you will get the 4 values. Understood, man, what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
So, might be confusion will come. Better to write multiples of 4. If I am writing multiples of 4, what is the answer? 273 in multiples of 4. Guys, please respond. Arvind, Hamsini, Harshida, please. Vaishnavi. What is your answer?
Sir, 4 into 32.
4 into 32 plus
1.
1. How, man? 32 into 4 is
Sorry, sir. 62.
128. 62, huh?
Yes, sir.
62 into 4. 248, man. Simple, man. 273 4 times. This will be 4 into 68 plus 1. Check.
Yes, sir.
So I power 4 into 68 plus 1. So I power 4 into 68 into I. So the answer is I. Correct?
Yes, sir.
472. How to write?
Sir, it is 1, sir.
It's 1. How 1, man?
Sir, 472 is multiple of 4. 118.
It's not 1 then. It's not 1. What is the answer? Sorry guys. It's a 1. I power 0. I power 4. I square into I square. That is plus 1. Correct. Last question based on this, then we can go to the some other concept. I power 1022. Amsini, is there? Raghav,
Yes.
Kirtana, Madhumita. Shriya, Vaishnavi, please. Nitin, how to write 1022? I power 4 into
225, 255.
4 plus 2 of
Sir, isn't it 255?
255.
So
Yes, sir.
255.5.
255 plus 2.
2.
255 plus 2. 255 force. 1020 plus 2. 255 plus 2. So this is I power 4 into 252 into I square. This is plus 1 into I square minus 1. Is it clear? So the possible answers are I minus I plus 1 minus 1. That's it. These are the 4 possible answers.
Sir, actually, I don't guess we can use multiples of 2, sir, because if we use multiples of 2 here, we get answer as +1.
So if I'm using multiples of 2, how I can write this one?
So 1022 is divisible by 2. It will be 511.
We can explain I power here. How to explain I power? Suppose if I'm taking 4 numbers from here, 1020, 1021, 1022, 1023. Can you explain multiples of 2? This can be written as how much? 510. 2 into 510. Correct? This will be 2 into 510 plus 1. 2 into
511.
11 plus 0.
So you added one extra 0, sir, in that 511.
Okay. This is 2 into 501 plus 1. So how I can explain? This is I into 2 into 510 plus I power 0. So you are taking I square whole power. Am I right? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So if I'm taking I square, then if it is even number,
Yes, sir. If it is even number, it will come
0.
I. It
So
will
if it is even number, plus 1.
1. Yes, sir. Plus 1.
Plus 1. So this is plus 1. So minus 1 whole power 510 into I. Plus 1 means into I power 1. So the answer is I. So yeah, but standard equations we can't make. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Standard equations we can't
Sir,
make.
actually, it
Sir,
is
it is
511.
511, sir.
They have written 501.
501, 511.
Yes, sir.
So this is minus 1 whole power 511 into I power 0 is 1. This is I, so minus I. Yes. But you can't give the standard formulas here. Correct. Yes, you can utilize, but only the thing is logic you have to use. You have to remember definition of I square is enough to you can use this one also. Sorry,
Yes,
guys. Yeah. The next one is whether my algebraic expressions can be valid with the complex numbers or not. With the help of the associative law, distributive law, we can able to verify that one. Two more things we have to use. Identities. What are the identities generally we can see in algebra? Standard identities. Many times we can use in different places of math. Usually we will use a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, a minus b whole cube. Maximum these 5 identities we will use many places. Am I right? Let's see whether the same identities it can be applicable for the complex numbers or not. If I'm taking z1 plus z2, whole square, whether it can be a plus b whole square formula can able to apply or not. See, the meaning of Z1 plus Z2 is Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 plus Z2. From yesterday discussion, the addition of two complex numbers is some other complex number Z3 into Z1 plus Z2. So if I'm taking Z3, using the distributive law, I can say Z3 into Z1 since I'm assuming Z3 is equal to Z1 plus Z2. I'm applying the distributive law here, Z3 into Z2. So distributive law. So if I'm using this one, again, Z1 plus Z2 into Z1, I'm applying the value of Z3 because Z3 is my assumption. This will be Z1 Z2 plus Z2 Z1 plus Z1 Z2 plus Z2 and Z2. This will give Z1 whole square, and Z2 Z1 Z2 both are same, 2Z1 Z2 plus Z2 whole square. So it is, yes, like this we can prove rest of the identities also. Like if I'm taking a minus b whole square, like Z1 minus Z2 whole square, Z1 square minus 2Z1 Z2 plus Z2 square. Same as we can able to prove Z1 plus Z2 whole cube. This will be Z1 cube plus 3Z1 Z2 into Z1 plus Z2 plus Z2 cube, or Z1 cube plus 3Z1 square Z2, 3Z1 Z2 square and Z2 cube. If it is minus, alternatively we'll get minus, and here also minus. When it comes to here, you will get if I'm taking plus minus common, here it will change for minus. We'll get minus here, minus Z1 plus Z2. Minus Z1 plus Z2 will come, or here if I'm taking minus, it will be correction. Plus or minus, I have to take here. Yeah, anyway, like this, we can able to prove all the other identities, like Z1 square minus Z2 square will be equal to Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2. This is plus or minus, or I can write this is also plus or minus. When it comes to minus, this you can take. You can eliminate this one. Yeah. So this is a algebraic identities that can be applicable for complex numbers also. One proof only I gave, but they never asked for the proof, but you can apply. Wherever you can apply. Based on this, we can discuss the square of the complex number. Square of the complex number and square root of the complex number. Square of the complex number is very easy. What is the meaning of square of the complex number? If I'm taking what is the meaning of square of complex number is you are multiplying a complex number with another complex number. So it will be simple. So it will be a square plus aib plus iba plus I square b square. This will be a square minus b square plus, if I'm taking common I, 2ab. So this is the square of a complex number. What is the meaning of square root of a complex number? The square root of a negative real number, square root of a negative real number is nothing but your complex number. Suppose if I am having meaning of root 3i whole square, for example, as it is the textbook, this will be root 3 whole square into I square. This will be 3i square minus 3. Usually when I'm discussing the numbers, the square of any number is always positive. If I'm taking root 3i whole square will be equal to minus 3. That means if I'm taking the square root, the square root of minus 3 is equal to I root 3. I can divide like this. Root of minus 1 into root 3. According to the definition of root of minus 1, it is I root 3. Doesn't make any sense because we already discussed this one. Now, with the help of our earlier classes, how to calculate the square root of a complex number? Anyone? Suppose if I am giving a minus a plus ib square root, how to calculate? The concept, the clue is, the hint is how you are calculating the square root of an irrational number from grade 7 or 8. Irrational number. If I am giving 2 plus root 3 under the root, how you will calculate? Who is going to explain? Students, please. Come back to the rational numbers, irrational numbers. If I am asking find the square root of this 2 plus root 3, how you will do? Students, anyone can remember? Sarvesh, Srinidhi, Hansini, Kirtana. Students, please respond. Arvind, Raghav.
Sir, I don't remember.
Anyone not remember even?
Sir, like, should we square it first?
I am assuming this is x plus
Yes, sir. We have to x plus y.
x plus root y.
Yes, sir.
Because we don't know whether it is rational or irrational. So I am taking this is equal to this much. I am squaring on both sides.
Yes, sir.
What I will get? 2 plus root 3 is equal to x plus y plus
2 into x into
plus
root y.
X square plus y, how much?
Root y into 2x.
Two x root y, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you are having two equations and 2x root y is equal to root 3. How to do this question? How we can solve these two expressions? This is one method I am saying. I am not saying this is the right procedure, but I am saying what is the x square value from here? 2 minus.
y.
If I am squaring on both sides, what I will get? 4x square y is equal to 3.
Now we have to substitute the value.
If I am substituting 4 into 2 minus y into y is equal to 3, I will get y value. Is it possible? Can you do the same method? I can apply the same method. If I am taking a plus ib under the root, it will give some x plus iy. If I am taking the square on both sides, I will get like this. X square minus y square, correct?
Yes, sir.
Plus 2ixy. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So if two complex numbers are equal, when two complex numbers are equal,
If real and imaginary parts are equal.
if two complex numbers are equal, when it is possible, real part of one number, left side number should be equal to real part of Z1. Suppose if it is Z1 is equal to Z2, real part of Z1 must be equal to real part of Z2. And imaginary part of Z1 will be equal to imaginary part of Z2. So I can write my A is equal to x square minus y square and B is equal to 2xy. So with the help of two equations and two unknowns, then it can able to solve. I'm having two unknowns, two conditions. So then it is ready to solve, correct?
Yes, sir.
So using this method, you can able to calculate the square root. Don't look into whether it is part of the textbook or not. There is a chances, but in case of MCQs, take the answer and square it. In case of MCQs, we won't do this method. Just we will take the answer and we will square. We are having the answers. So the square of this one is only a plus ib, correct? Suppose if I am giving 4 options, square of 4 options, which is giving correct answer, that is the right option for me. That is a shortcut method we will use in MCQs. But in case of descriptive exam, you can use this method. Yeah. Let's see what other things is pending. Anything before going to the first exercise? I think we almost covered everything. We started with multiplication, definition, algebra of complex numbers, definition, multiplication, power of 5 we discussed, square root of a negative real number, yes, we discussed. Identities, yeah, we start from some numericals. Yeah, modulus and the conjugate of a complex number. It's very simple, modulus and conjugate of the complex number. Like rational numbers. Modulus and conjugate complex numbers. Just definition. Suppose if I am giving a plus by ib is a complex number, with real part is a and imaginary part is b. The meaning of modulus means the modulus of z will explains square root of a square plus b square. That is square root of its real part plus imaginary part. What is the physical meaning of modulus? The physical, I mean the significance of modulus. The significance of modulus I will discuss in organ plane. Organ plane concept. Usually we will discuss with geometry. Then you will get a clear clarity. We are having different systems of different coordinate systems, not coordinate system, different reference systems. In that we are having real axis, coordinate axis, three-dimensional coordinate axis, cylindrical coordinates, polar coordinates, and organ plane. All these things, but here we are going to learn only real axis, coordinate axis, which already came in 6th to 10th. And here in +1 we are going to discuss 3D. In complex numbers we are going to discuss polar coordinates and organ plane also. Cylindrical coordinate is also one kind of reference system we will use in generally mechanical and civil engineering. So these are the different reference systems. To understand the geometry or to solve the situations in geometry, particular situation, particular reference system is very easy to solve. That's the reason we are going to learn all these systems. So there I will explain what is the significance of modulus. I will explain very clearly. Is it clear, guys, what I'm trying to say? As of now, the modulus of a complex number is nothing but the square root of the sum of the squares of its real part and imaginary part. When it comes to conjugate complex number, this is also I will explain in the significance of conjugate complex numbers. I will explain in quadratic equations. Suppose z is a complex number a plus ib. Its conjugate can be represented with z bar, which is nothing but a minus ib. What is the meaning of conjugate complex numbers? Students?
Yes, sir.
So the product of a complex number and its conjugate. Suppose if I am taking z multiplied with z bar, a plus ib into a minus ib. So this will be a square minus I square b square. So this will be a square plus b square, which is the modulus of z whole square. Which is the modulus of z whole square. The purpose of the conjugate complex number, how to will be useful to calculate the inverse of a complex number very easily. Suppose if I am giving a z is a complex number a plus ib, its inverse is how much? I can write z bar by mod z. You can remember yesterday we discussed inverse of a complex number. If z is equal to a plus ib, its inverse is what? A by
a square plus b square.
a square plus b square minus I into b by a square plus b square. So if I am taking LCM, the denominators are same. A minus ib divided by a square plus b square. This is nothing but z bar by mod z whole square, mod z square. So it will be easily derived. You can derive easily the inverse of a complex number with the help of its conjugate. And this is not only one application of the conjugate. Conjugate will be useful to understand the quadratic equations, solutions of the quadratic equations. If the discriminant is negative, I will explain there. If the discriminant is negative, how to discuss how to argue the solutions of the quadratic equations. So based on this, based on modulus, we are having some properties. Z1 and Z2 are two different complex numbers. The first one is modulus of Z1 into Z2 will be equal to modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2. Second one, modulus of Z1 by Z2. Proofs doesn't require, it will be helpful to solve in MCQs. Modulus of Z1 by modulus of Z2. Provide modulus of Z2 should not equal to 0. If I am taking Z1, Z2 conjugate, product of Z1, Z2 conjugate is Z1 conjugate into Z2 conjugate. Fourth one. The conjugate of Z1 plus or minus Z2 can be written as Z1 conjugate plus or minus Z2 conjugate separately. The last one is Z1 by Z2, not modulus. The conjugate of Z1 by Z2 can be written as Z1 conjugate by Z2 conjugate, where Z2 should not equal to 0. These are the 5 properties you can remember for solving the MCQs in easy manner. Textbook point of view, we won't use these properties much. We won't require proof also. If anybody wants proofs, we can discuss separately. Like you can approach me, I am ready to explain the proofs also, but proofs doesn't require. We will do these proofs in BSc if you choose some separate math. The concept of complex number will be useful in engineering, mostly if you choose electrical engineering. The application of complex numbers much helpful in electrical engineering. When you are solving the things related to transformers, DC motors, induction motors, those kind of applications, it will be helpful a lot. So we'll go some textbook numericals. We'll try to wind up that exercise today itself. The numericals for board level actually very easy. So try to go beyond the board level to understand what kind of questions might be asked as MCQs. The scope, like till what they can extend these complex numbers, because there is no limitations for complex numbers and trigonometry. They can extend the topic to any level. So, yeah. Express each of the complex number in the given exercise 1 to 10 in the form of a plus ib. They're asking us to express in the form of a plus ib. How we can express this in the form of a plus ib? Anyone? 5i into minus 3 by 5 into I. This can be written as 5 into I into minus 3 by 5 into I. This is minus 3i square. The answer is plus 3. This can be written as 3 plus 0i, a0. Am I right or wrong, guys?
Yes, sir.
Second question. with the help of powers of I. What is the I power 9 value?
I power 1.
I power 2 whole power 4 into I, correct? Minus 1 whole power 4 into I. This is plus I. I power 19 is, I can write I power 20 into I power minus 1. I square whole power 10 into minus I power minus 1. What is the meaning of I power minus 1, guys?
Minus I.
Is it minus I? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Minus I plus 1 into 1 by I. That is I square, sorry, I by I square. This is minus 1. So if I am applying these values in the given expression, I will get I plus minus 1. Sorry, minus I, yeah? I minus I. So what is the answer, guys?
0 plus 0 I.
0 plus 0I or 0 plus I0. 0 plus 0I. Yeah. What is the I power minus 39?
I power minus 3.
I power minus 39. I power minus 40 into I power plus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So I power minus 40 means 1 by I power 40 into I. So I can write this is I square whole power 20 into I. Is the answer is I?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Simple. Yeah. Fourth question. So how to do the fourth question, students? 3 into 7 plus 7i plus I into 7 plus 7i. You can use your algebraic skills to solve this one. Straight away you can expand 21 plus 21i plus 7i plus 7i square. This will be 21 plus 28i minus 7. This will be 14 plus 28i. This is one method. Or you can take 7 plus 7i common and multiply each other. If I am taking 7 plus 7i common, what I will get? I am getting 3 plus I using the reverse of the distributive law. So this will be 3 into 7 into 3 is 21, 7i, 21i, 7i square is minus 7. So this will be 14 plus 28i. So any method you will get the same answer. The way how you are applying your algebraic calculation is in your hands. Guys, it's clear? How I done the fourth question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fifth one. One minus I minus 1 plus 6i. It's a general subtraction of 2. 1 minus I minus of minus 1 plus 1 minus 6i. This will be 2 minus 7i. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Sixth one. 1 by 5 plus I into 2 by 5 minus 4 plus I 5 by 2. This is also 1 by 5 minus 4 plus I, if I am taking carbon, plus 2 by 5 minus 5 by 2. What is the final answer, guys? Minus 19 by 5 plus I into minus 21 by 10. Is it minus 21 by 10? Guys,
1 minute, sir.
check.
Yes, sir.
Seventh one also same. One complex number, second complex number, third complex number. Z1, this is looking like Z1 plus Z2 minus Z3. So all real parts, collect all the real parts. 1 by 3 plus 4 minus of minus plus 4 by 3 plus I, if I am taking common, 7 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1. So what is the LCM of first one? 3.
17 by 3.
12 plus 4 by 3 plus I into 7 plus 1 minus 3. So what is answer? 17 by 3 plus I into
1.
7 minus 3, 4. 5 by 3, yeah?
5 by 3, sir. 5 by 3.
So this is 1 by 3 of 17 plus 5 by. Any method. You can leave it like this or you can write like this also. It's your wish. So who is going to do 8th one? Using your algebraic identities in a simplest manner, how to do the 8th one?
Sir, we
Eight.
can write it in form of a minus b square and then do it.
1 minus I whole power 4. Yeah, I can write 1 minus I whole square into 1 minus I whole square. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Or 1 minus I whole square, again whole square.
Yes, sir.
Anything. 1 minus I whole square is how much? 1 square minus 2 into 1 into I plus I square whole square. This will be 1 minus 2I square is minus 1. So what is the answer?
Minus 2i whole square.
Minus 2I whole square. This will be 4I square. The answer is minus 4. So it can be expressed minus 4 plus 0I. Minus 4 plus 0I. Question number 9. One by 3 plus 3I whole cube. You can apply a plus b whole cube formula. A cube plus 3 into a square into b plus 3 into a into b square plus b cube. This will be 1 by 27. 1 3 cancel, again one more 3 cancel, plus I. 3 and 3 is cancelled here. This will be 9I square plus 27I cube. So 1 by 27 plus I minus 9. What is the value of 27I cube? Minus 27I I can write. I square is equal to minus 1. I cube is equal to I square into I, that is minus I. Is it clear, guys? So I'm collecting the real parts and imaginary parts. 1 by 27 minus 9. If I'm taking I minus 27I minus 26I. What is the value of 1 by 27 minus 9? 1 minus 243 by 27 minus 26I. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So this will be minus 242 by 27 minus 26I. Hope I am writing in a proper way. Is it right?
Correct, sir.
So same way, can you complete the question number 10th one, the last question expressing in the form of a plus ib? Same way. To avoid confusion, take -1 whole cube. Do it. So the minus of 2 plus I by 3 whole cube. You can solve now. Minus of 8 plus 2 into 2 square into I by 3 plus, sorry, 3 into, it's not 2. 3 into 2 into I by 3 whole square plus I by 3 whole cube. So 8, if I am cancelling 3, this is 4i. This will be 2 by 3 I square, I cube by 3. So what is my answer finally? 8 plus 4i minus 2 by 3 minus I by 3. Minus of 8 minus 2 by 3. How much? 24 minus 2 by 3. If I am taking I common, 4 minus 1 by 3. So finally I am getting an expression of minus 24, 22 by 3, 4, 3, 11. 11i by 3. Minus 22 by 3 minus 11i by 3. Check whether my answer is right or wrong. Guys, is it clear?
Sir, actually, you forgot to score cube 3, sir. It is I cube by 27, not I cube by 3.
Sir, you're on mute.
Sorry guys, minus of 24 minus 2. Only this part is wrong, correct?
Yes, sir.
So 24 minus 2 is 22 by 3 plus I into 4 into 27. How much? 27 fours. 80 plus 28.
104.
Not 8,
Yes, sir. 108, 108.
107 by 27. This is answer. Or you can write as minus 22 by 3 minus I 107 by 27. It's clear. Sorry guys, I didn't see. All are done. I will go to the next one.
Yes,
Done.
sir.
It's asking multiplicative inverse of 11th one, 12th one, and 13th one. One of the easiest method is what? Z multiplicative inverse is Z bar by modulus of Z whole square, correct?
Yes, sir.
So Z is equal to 4 minus 3i and Z inverse will be equal to 4 plus 3i divided by 4 square plus 3 square, correct? 16 plus 9. This is 4 plus 3i by 25. Or Z inverse can be written as, how to write? 4 by 4 square plus 3 square plus 3 by 4 square plus 3 square into I. It's direct one. So 4 by minus of minus 3, man.
Okay, sir.
Because it's already given minus. Minus
Yes,
of
sir.
minus. So 3 by 25i. If I'm taking here, 12th one. Root 5 plus 3i. Same method, you can apply same method. Root 5 by 5 plus 9 minus 3i by 5 plus 9. So root 5 minus 3i by 14. Or if I am using this formula also, I can write. The conjugate complex is you have to change the sign of the imaginary part. So if I am using Z is equal to root 5 plus 3i, if I am asking Z inverse, if I am using the formula modulus, Z bar by modulus of Z, then I will get root 5 minus 3i divided by 5 plus 9. That is root 5 minus 3i by 14. Simple. Any method you can use. This is one method. This is alternate method. It's your wish. Same as if I want to write for 13th question. 13th question first convert it into a plus ib formula. Z is equal to 0 minus I. Its conjugate is 0 plus I. Inverse is conjugate divided by modulus. Then it will be 0 plus I divided by 0 plus 1. So what is answer? Plus I. Is it clear? What is the Z inverse? Inverse
Yes, sir.
of I will be equal to plus I. Minus I is equal to plus I. So if you multiply, you will get answer is 1. That is only the multiplicative inverse. The product of should be this one. So the last one can conclude, and tomorrow we will go to the quadratic equations. After the quadratic equation, I am going for organ plane. That is the last topic. I will try to take the class in this week itself to wind up the complex numbers. Let's see. I want to check about my plan also. 14th one. Express the following in the form of a plus ib. So take numerator separately, denominator separately. If I am taking numerator expression, it is looking like a plus ib into a minus ib product. You can apply a plus b into a minus b concept. 3 square minus I root 5 whole square. This will be 9. How much you are getting? Minus I square 5. This will be 9 plus 5. So this will be 14. If I am taking denominator, 3 plus I root 2 minus root 3 plus I root 2. Root 3. Root 3 cancel. So I am getting 2 root 2i. So the given expression will be equal to 14 by 2 root 2i. We are multiplying both sides with I to 7 times. So I am getting 7i by root 2i square. This will be minus 7i by root 2. So this can be written as 0 minus I7 by root 2 or 0 minus I7 root 2 by 2. Yes, anything wrong?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. It's correct, sir.
Yeah, this is how we can simplify that. These are all comes under simplification only. There is no new things, only the basic algebra. So little bit conceptual, we can discuss only in organ plane. Little bit differently we can feel only in organ plane concept. We are going to learn a new reference system called polar coordinate system from the concept of complex numbers. So hope you understand how to do the simplification of the complex numbers, addition, subtractions, and all the things. We will meet with the different numericals at the end of the chapter. Yeah, bye guys. We'll meet in next class. Anyone having any doubts can stay back.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.